Good afternoon. I'm Tiara Riddick and welcome to Automotive News Video. Today's story, we talk about SkyDrive, a Japanese startup that is poised to make waves in the emerging air mobility industry. I spoke with Automotive News Asia editor Hans Greimel as he walked me through the what-to-knows on one of Japan's brand new startups. SkyDrive's ambitious plan for an all-electric three-person flying machine propelled by a crown of 12 rotors represents Japan's entry into the global race against rivals from the US and Europe. This month, SkyDrive received a significant boost with major backing from Suzuki, marking a crucial milestone in their journey. Suzuki has begun production of SkyDrive's prototype aircraft at its factory in central Japan.
Well, there's a startup here for urban air mobility called SkyDrive. It's headquartered in Toyota City, which is the same city where Toyota is based. Toyota Motor is based. In fact, the city was named after Toyota. And it's basically Japan's leading and only player in the urban air mobility space right now. So if you consider that every major country wants its own air mobility player and maybe has room for only one or two at the tops, then probably SkyDrive is the Japanese global competitor that we're going to see coming out. It's still a startup. It doesn't even have a full-size prototype ready yet. But that's about to change because this month, in March, it began production of its first prototype, or its first batch of prototypes. And crucially, it has backing from the automotive industry here in the form of a tie-up with Suzuki Motor. So we know Suzuki from the United States a long time ago from some of its smaller cars, or its tie-up with General Motors, or its kind of rugged Jeep-like runabout called the Samurai. But it pulled out of the United States markets, Suzuki did, but it's still active around the world, especially in Japan and crucially India. And it is now a partner with SkyDrive. So it has invested in the startup, and it's also given the startup some of its engineering talent and manufacturing space. So they're using an old factory of the Suzuki groups to basically build these new prototypes, their urban air mobility prototypes. And the factory eventually will have capacity to build 100 of them a year.
Hans also got to sit down and speak with SkyDrive's general manager for business development, Kenji Nakagawa, who also spoke to Suzuki's involvement with SkyDrive and the vision it has for the new venture.
Suzuki has the philosophy to create a very compact and mobility for everybody. And it's very close. The vision is very close. Our vision is to create a very compact, small size, and efficient aircraft for everybody. So our vision is very close together, and we are trying to make the once in a century mobility revolution together.
SkyDrive's endeavors are part of a broader trend in the electric air mobility sector. A study projects that the global market, valued at $1.2 billion in 2023, will skyrocket to $23.4 billion by 2030. However, significant challenges lie ahead. Certification, mass production, and infrastructure development are key hurdles that SkyDrive and other eVTOL entrants must overcome.
SkyDrive has kind of a long way to go, because even though it can make, let's say it aspires to make 100 of these a year at the Suzuki factory, it hopes to maybe move into a bigger place eventually as it gets more demand for this, not only in Japan, but in Asia and the United States. The problem, I guess the biggest problem, or the biggest hurdle, will not only be getting regulatory approval in these different countries, but actually having the infrastructure to use them. Because even if it has the approval to fly it, to make it, and has the orders and has the manufacturing capacity to deliver on the orders, then you still need a place to land these craft. You still need the infrastructure to recharge it. Think about it as an EV, but a flying EV. You still need the charging infrastructure for it. And then finally, you need the local aviation authorities to kind of set aside dedicated air pathways between landing areas. And that requires a complete rethink of the sky above to make basically, sky drives or sky avenues through the air where these things can fly from between point A and point B. So, and that's only, the thinking about that has only just begun. So you can imagine the complexity of bringing out an electric vehicle, an electric car infrastructure to the world. Think about that now transposed onto the sky, and you get an idea about some of the complexities and the hurdles that still stand out there.
SkyDrive's aircraft, the SkyDrive SD-05, boasts impressive specifications, including a range of 15 kilometers, a maximum cruising speed of 100 kilometers per hour, and a maximum takeoff weight of 1,400 kilograms. To achieve these goals, SkyDrive leverages Japan's well-tuned manufacturing sector, with suppliers like Toray providing carbon fiber for body and rotor frames. As SkyDrive takes flight with Suzuki support, Japan positions itself at the forefront of air mobility innovation. Thanks for watching. For breaking news, stick with autonews.com. Have a great day.